our fellow citizenry that feels as if, because of the color of their skin, they are not being treated the same. And that hurts. And that should trouble all of us. This is not just a black issue. It's not just a Hispanic issue. This is an American issue that we should all care about. All fair-minded people should be concerned.
It's an American issue. You know, Barack Obama had originally, way back when he was running, he saw himself sort of as a post-racial president. You know, that looks like extremely optimistic thinking now, you know, given the fact that America, if it hasn't really been backsliding on the progress from the civil rights gains, you know, 50 years ago, it's definitely in danger of doing so. You know, Barack Obama pointed out these are not isolated incidences. He says that they are symptomatic of what he sees as racial disparities in the U.S. criminal justice system. How do you translate that? It basically means that blacks are overwhelmingly more singled out, racially profiled than whites. And just so it's not just me blabbing on about it, you know, there are a few concrete hard statistics gathered by gun watching groups that map track gun violence. At least 346 black people, some say more, killed by police last year, 2015, for which I do have the statistics. Blacks 3 times more likely to be shot by police and killed in the United States than whites. 30% of black victims were unarmed last year in 2015. I mean, these statistics say a lot. They're not just sort of empty statistics. They tell the entire story, really from the black point of view of how they feel. And fewer than 1 in 3 black people killed by police in America in 2015, and this is really significant, were suspected of a violent crime and allegedly armed. Fewer than 1 and 3. So it really goes back to what I was saying before, what we were talking about, where if you're black in America, you really feel that you are going to be more targeted, more likely to be targeted by police. Now, I'll just end by saying, obviously, I can't sit here and paint with broad brushstrokes vilification and condemnation of police. What happened to the police officers in Dallas? These police officers were legitimately heroes. At the time, the ones who were shot and the ones who were involved in this incident were protecting this rally, were trying to protect the public. In fact, they were running towards the shooter. Your instinct, natural human instinct, is to run away from danger when your survival instinct. These officers were running towards the danger, trying to protect the public. So a lot of officers, and I would almost say the vast majority of officers in the U.S. are doing their job, are absolutely horrified, just as we are sitting here, when they hear of incidents of this. But it does speak to an issue that there's still anything's too much of a minority of officers who are not heroes and who time and again are leading to incidents like this. And this is what Barack Obama has made really a priority of, a pillar of his presidency, trying to tackle this racial profiling that is still, to a more or less extent, endemic across America, regardless of geographic region, regardless of the city, regardless of the level of crime.
All right, Doug. Well, thank you very much for that. And once again, just a reminder for our viewers, we are following this ongoing situation out of Dallas, where the city is on lockdown. This after a peaceful protest concerning the Black Lives Matter movement was taking place Thursday evening in the city. This is when then shots rang out at roughly 8:45 p.m. Snipers opening fire on law enforcement. 5 policemen are now dead. 6 others have been injured, and we are getting reports now because there was indeed an ongoing standoff. We do have at least 3 suspects in custody, but there was an ongoing standoff with at least a 4th suspect. We are getting reports from U.S. media that it does appear that that suspect has now died. It's not yet clear if it is from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. That's what we are getting reports. But once again, there was an ongoing situation. This as pretty much the main opinion that we have seen from reaction coming in, just saying that one thing is sure at this stage, it's that too many lives have been lost in this ongoing situation in the United States. Once again, no motive has been established. We'll bring you more on this ongoing story as it develops.